In autumn 1948, the situation on the Soviet front has become critical. Allied troops are pushing and advancing. The Greek are starting to encircle Stalingrad from the south, and the Polish Republic controls the territory, and Allied troops are moving along all the front lines. We are still fighting hard to even contain just the Allied assaults that are made from the troops currently deployed against us. If they can capitulate the Soviet Union, integrate their troops, and start a coordinated assault against us, then things are going to be looking very, very bleak indeed. Our submarines are doing what they can in the Atlantic, sinking enemy shipping, hopefully troop transports. But China is at this point, I think, about to capitulate. Chongqing is encircled, almost encircled, and I don't think the warlord territories are going to last particularly long, especially that the British and Indian troops are already pushing into Xinjiang and are already at the gates of Urumqi as well. Which means that the Asian campaign for the Allies is wrapping up, and with the Soviet Union about to collapse, we are in trouble. So we can't sit back, let them run their heads against our defenses as much as we would like to do that, because as you can see, they are taking not insignificant losses doing so, and at the same time, our troops are gaining experience, all especially in the areas that are getting attacked quite frequently, and not taking any losses in the progress. The problem obviously being that, if they can concentrate their troops on us, then things will go badly very, very quickly. So we have 3 fresh divisions that are currently moving into position near Vitebsk and are going to be training up. We will try to use these divisions. This is a plane, so we've got 90 combat width. These are, what's the width of these divisions? These are 27 width divisions, so we can potentially even boost these a little bit up to 30 and give them a bit more firepower. We could put another artillery in, get them up to 30. I would love a bit more breakthrough, but it's not an awful lot that we get out of that, obviously. For that we would need something like tanks, or we could put some self-propelled artillery in there if I had any laying around, which wouldn't be bad, but unfortunately I don't. Or we could add a single medium tank, and that might not be a terrible change, given that we probably have some medium tanks. Yes, we've got some medium tanks in storage. So let's duplicate this, given that our tank divisions aren't quite ready yet. So this is going to be the C division. And can we give them that? Okay. And this division is going to get let's see. Yeah, we can add one. How many tanks is that going to need? 50 tanks. So 150 tanks. How many do we have laying around? 300. So we could put 2 tank divisions. That would significantly increase the amount of breakthrough that this division is having, given that we don't have the artillery laying around just yet, which would be good for the soft attack. But 2 tank divisions, that would be 300 medium tanks. We've got 355, and that gets us to 31 combat width, which is just over the limit. So this is a very specialized division at this point. I'll save that, and then we're going to change these 3 divisions over into that template. That needs 3,000 manpower and 300 medium tanks, which we have. We are building medium tanks, but in small numbers. So let's get these guys moving in. Let's get them trained up, and then we will try to launch an offensive here. The goal is literally just to take this position here. But as you can see, we are now being attacked by Greek and Polish divisions along the lines here. So I have prioritized the construction of fortifications here. And yes, they are still assaulting us along the lines here. That's mostly the Americans throwing their lives against our fortresses. So stable, but by no means secure. And one major American naval invasion attempt, like we've seen in Tallinn, that was massive recently, is going to cause us all kinds of grief again. So we'll see how that goes. You can please take the railroad and get that done. Logistics company, we are starting. These might be useful for the tank divisions later on. We'll see if we need them. I just want to have them researched just in case. And yeah, they are still attacking. It's the Greek and the Polish divisions at this point that are running their heads against our lines. And here it's mostly the Americans. That was over already. And here the submarines are still hunting Turkish convoys. Yep, that is a lot. I'm curious, can we infer? So right now we have inflicted 245,300 casualties to the Turkish. 245.3. Let's wait for this. Let's wait for this combat to be over, and see if that makes any difference to the amount of losses that the Turkish have taken. Once that is over, I just have to keep an eye that nothing bad's happening along the lines here, or that there's no major naval invasion happening that I need to actually take care of. But let's see if we can still sink these three convoys, and if that is going to make a dent. And if it's not, then these were probably not troop convoys. There goes another one. And if we're lucky, you see that they're constantly assaulting us here. I've cut out a fair amount of time where literally just that was happening, and that. Where were we? Okay, 245.3, and it seems that it's still the same. Let's see. So that was the for sunk 9 convoys, and otherwise it's oil deliveries. Yeah, unfortunately that was oil deliveries, I think. So that's a shame. I mean, if the Turks don't get any oil from that, or whatever it is that they're buying from the Americans, then I'm all for it. But I'd prefer troops. Anyway, we have we've got the divisions now training. Everybody else is digging in. We are prioritizing the construction of fortifications here along the lines over Scandinavia at this point, because Scandinavia has been comparatively quiet, and there are some, what's that, a British division trying to land in Turku. Okay, I'll get back to I'll get back to cutting out things that I don't need to bore you with, and I'll get back to you when something interesting happens. So just to show you very briefly the amount of naval invasions that we're getting, what that looks like these days, because I've been skipping over a lot of them. We have, what is this, 8 American divisions hitting us here, and that is another 8 for 16, and that is another 7 for 23 naval 23 divisions all in all. So this is an amount that even our defenders have at some point have problem dealing with. And given that we don't have any naval fortifications here, but I can't be building things everywhere. This is they can land wherever they want, and I can only ever build fortifications in places that I know that they're going to land on. And then you've got this happening at the same time, which is effectively an all-out assault along the front lines at the same time while the Americans are trying to invade. So what I'm doing is I'm sending divisions to reinforce, although Riga might get interesting, because okay, we'll see if that can hold. I think they can hold once they start kicking off. And we're not focusing our fire too well, But once we start kicking the first divisions off of this, then things will get better. And I'm just sending the troops from the surrounding areas to reinforce. Now, last time they did that, and I will get this division, which one did I just send in? This one, to fall back to Riga, just to reinforce there, because they can hold here, but Riga I cannot lose, so we'll have to make sure that this doesn't fall. And they're already down to yeah, under 30 org, so let's get these guys to fall back to Riga to reinforce there. And actually, no, we can't. Yeah, we'll send one division across the river, and we'll send that one there, and that'll also help. And we will see how long are they. 2 days. These guys are gonna take 2 days to get there. Okay, we've managed to fall back, so this is fine. We're holding Riga. Last time they did this with 2 fleets of that size all along the coast here, and that was actually requiring a fair amount of juggling, to be fair, in order to defeat these naval invasions, because I can't land these. That's 23 divisions. I literally have nothing that I can use to defeat that once they have landed. So if they manage to land and spread out here, that's it. That's game over. There's no way I can push back if they can take a port. Even if they can't take a port, they often bring around the portable ones. So yeah, these divisions definitely need to, and I think we've held in Riga, so I can already send these guys back to their original position. Yes, we have held in Riga, so let's get the let's get that division back up there, and then everybody's back in their positions. And that has cost the Americans 9,000, almost 9,000 troops, but we've lost almost 1,000 of our own in the defense, because that got a little close at times. And once the organization starts falling, we're starting to take more HP losses. So yeah, and yeah, the Americans are definitely guarding their convoys now. So our submarines are having, starting to have more problems. I might swap them. I might switch them out to the Mid-Atlantic region, because that seems to be currently not actually being threatened. So although we can't really reach that far, let's switch them over for now. We don't have full reach on the region, but or maybe we just cover both. And with that, we can cover almost two areas, and we've got a third submarine in training that's almost ready to join. So we're building up our forces, and I think we will start to be able to cover both, which will stretch their destroyer forces out. And yeah, so yeah, that's the sort of, okay, I'm gonna have to move some troops around to stop this from landing, because if that gets through and I don't pay attention, then that's game over. That's the sort of knife edge that we're at right now. We have ourselves a new operative, and we can get a Yugoslavian operative, actually, who's a double agent, and she's tough, which sort of fits in with everything else here. So yeah, definitely gonna get her. Nobody expects the Yugoslavian grandma to be an operative. And I am going to start building an intel network in Smolensk, because I want to, just in preparation of that push here. While the other agent is busy defending. And yes, actually, I am I'm forming the cryptography department. That's another thing that I'm actually doing. We can't become spy master of the Axis just yet, but it might actually be interesting at some point. Maybe once that is finished, we'll see if we can do that. That might give me additional. I'm not sure if that's going to give me an additional operative. I'm going to have to review how that's working. But yeah, we might be able to do a bit more shenanigans with operatives, to be honest. Especially when it comes to throwing some wrenches in the works. But this worries me. So we will have to start launching the offensive operation. And yeah, this Chongqing is about to fall. And once that falls, then China is about done. So they're wrapping up the Asian operations, which is why we're seeing increased American presence again in the Baltic, trying to naval invade us. Yeah, we'll do what we can about it, and build more submarines. which means this one is actually good to go. So we can send her to repairs, and then she can go off into the Atlantic. Okay, several developments at this point. The Allies have completely broken through on the Soviet front. I don't see the details, but they are flooding through at this point north of Stalingrad. So I think the Soviet defense is breaking here. And I'm afraid that if they take Stalingrad, then that's pretty much going to be the end of the Soviets. Which means we are relatively close to. We're relatively close to getting the assault divisions ready, but I want them to be at least regular trained before we go into combat. I don't want to go with green divisions into combat. So that'll be our attempt to cut the railway line here, and hopefully that'll relieve the Soviets at the Stalingrad front. They also don't have any supply to from their own capital to their northern lines here, because all their railways have been cut and they don't have any backup lines here. So hopefully that can equalize things a little bit. We've got 3 submarines now operating in the Atlantic and sinking convoys and running away from Canadian and American destroyers. But the interesting question is, will we be able to break this position here? We've got 3 French infantry divisions, which are quite powerful. 3 Czech, slightly under strength. 2 Czech, slightly under strength divisions, which are not. And 1 Swiss Mountain division. But it's the 3 French infantry divisions that I am not certain that we can break these. But we'll try. It's our only chance, because we can't break anywhere else. If we can break this and cut the railway line near Smolensk, then and hold that, then this will allow us to hopefully relieve the pressure here a little bit. We are at 42% compliance in the lowest region, so still a ways away from the 60 that we need. Even Murmansk is not yet at 60, so there's still a fair amount. How's the resistance looking? Resistance is pretty stable at this point, at a relatively low resistance target. It's the compliance that is countering it mostly. One thing we can do is we can become the spy master, because we now have cryptology. This should give me. What I'm not sure about is, because the faction has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members, myself included. What I'm not certain about is, am I actually going to get anything given that the rest of them is capitulated? But I think I'll give it a try, and we'll see what happens. So I will become the spy master. The Germans will accept. So we'll do that. And given that we're the faction leader now, we are getting a new operative. Nice. That is exactly what, 2 more operatives. Perfect. So now we will start to have some operatives that we can actually use offensively as well, which I am very much in favor of. But now we'll have to get these divisions trained, then assign them to the First Army, and get them positioned, get them ready here in Vitebsk for offensive operations. Hopefully before the Soviets are collapsing, because, yeah, I don't think I can do much more than that, given that this keeps happening. But we will see. We're almost there. 78%. We're almost there. They keep assaulting us. Yes. Low manpower. I'm good on manpower actually. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, this is the Swedes now. We should be able to deal with that. I think they are cycle charging here at this point. Yes, I think they are cycle charging. The Americans and the Swedish. What's my fortification level here? This needs to go up. This one. Priority, please. And I am building some fortifications in Riga, because they keep hitting us in Riga as well. So all fun things happening. Let's keep a quick eye on this one. Can we hold? Do we need to pull a division south? Might have to pull one down just to be safe, just in case they're reinforcing this. So they are now re-entrenching. I'll pull them up north if there's a naval invasion, but I think I'll need... Yeah, they're cycle charging. It's the French now with the understrength tank divisions, but let's put 2 divisions here, just to be on the safe side. And we've sunk an American convoy, despite them sending destroyers to catch us. Okay, how is this looking? Almost ready. Almost ready. 83%. Yeah, worrisome. This is very worrisome. They've made a lot of ground here in the last... they're at Saratov now. They've made a lot of ground here in the last couple of weeks. And they're also spreading up north, risking to cut off the Soviets here. And we are sinking another American convoy. Yeah, submarines keep doing that. And a naval invasion in Finland is happening. That should be fine. It's the French. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm more concerned with getting these trained up. But we may need to send one south here. Just in case. Although it's not many French division, we can probably deal with it. We'll just send one. No, never mind. We're gonna need you here, because that's all the French landing there. This way the French are landing. Which means the French are gonna land here. Which means we need 1 division there. And Turku. I think Turku should hold. But yeah, they've already landed there. Yes, they've already landed there with 4 divisions. So... surprise, the French. It's the French. They're going to attack here as well, and they're going to land here as well. So right now I am just holding, going to try and... I will have to pull the troops from Helsinki. Let's play this defense actually, because this is a good example of the kind of stuff that I am dealing with here on an hourly basis. They're actually pushing us back here. So let's counterattack from Helsinki. We're digging in here in the north. We can reinforce Turku if we need to, but let's see if we can push back these French defenders here. As long as they're not taking the port. Yeah, there comes some more. There's another group of them landing. That means we already need to... Are they all engaged? This is 5 of them. Yeah, so they've just landed in the south. Okay, so we need to move. We need to reinforce Turku immediately. Pull troops from Helsinki. And... pull troops from the line here, which I don't like leaving undefended, but I don't really have an alternative. This one as well. Get you to move to Helsinki. Remove that defensive line. Train there, please. Okay, let's see if we can... we do have to hold the port, but we've got another division here to reinforce that. But the problem is that they're now attacking from land as well, which extends the combat width. And that means we will... This division needs to regroup a bit. This division will help out here. We are sending some over. Oftentimes they're synchronizing these with other attacks, so I do have to be a little bit careful. We can send these in as relief, which is not going to do an awful lot, just to make sure we're not getting... these guys need to reinforce now. And okay, and here you will just defend for starters. We may have to last stand this until reinforcements arrive, because we can't lose Turku. And okay, they've reinforced, so that should help a bit. We might be able to hold that with if we can help. So this division will just stay. We are defeating the naval landings. The problem is they've got ground divisions there as well. And even this one division is already struggling against the French onslaught. We're getting a couple more coming in. I am going to last stand these guys, because we can't lose the port. Yeah, see, this is the danger. You get 1 or 2 of these naval invasions and things get dicey very, very quickly if they manage to land some troops here, because then they can start assaulting from the land positions as well. So the naval invasion we can hold off because of the debuffs, but the land invasions, if they manage to land on the adjacent tiles, is a problem. And if you don't pay attention for just a second, then then things go dicey very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna leave one division here to defend Helsinki and get this assault division over there, because now we need to start cleaning this up. And we've still got 3 French division attacking us from here, and we'll just hold on for now. We'll just defend, and they should be running out of supply very quickly. And then we can start the counterattacks once we have everybody in place. These divisions here just need to dig in for now. You can already start a counterattack in the north. How's that looking? These French should be relatively de-orged, so shouldn't be too bad. We can defend here in the south for now without too much trouble. And just checking that nothing else is going sideways, because I don't get informed about these attacks. All looks good. So we'll wait until the assist with the attack in the north. Okay, 2 divisions on the attack now. If we can isolate the French here in the south, you as well assist in the north. If we can isolate the French in the south, they are getting shore bombardment because of the shipping that they have there. But the key is that we are isolating them to boxing them into one province. So I'm gonna already get one of these divisions here to help as well, because they're already reinforcing from the south. We could pin them, but for now that's okay. I want to focus. Oh, okay, what do we have? Japanese troops landing? Where exactly? I think they're landing along the lines here. Not a threat, we can hold that. We just need to finish off the French positions here. We just have a couple of gaps here, which I want to close again. Yeah, they're assaulting along the lines here. That's just single Japanese divisions. It's not a big threat. And I think we are taking this province, which is good, because then we can finish off the French invaders there and then get everybody back into their positions. These guys are not yet finished. So let's see if we can get there before they can reinforce from the south. And then just keep them boxed in for a second. Japanese invasion has been repelled without too much trouble. And I have new divisions. 2 more divisions actually. Regular divisions. You can go there. And where am I going to use you? I think I would like to have 1 division here, because that was a big problem area during the American assaults. And a 2nd division. Are we holding here? Yes, we are. Yes, we've got someone there. A 2nd division. I'm just going to get you all ready to reinforce here. Please take the train there. I need that reinforced. Okay. And yeah, we'll see. They are moving north, but I don't think they'll get there in time. We'll see. No, they don't get there in time. Perfect. So now they are counterattacking, which means we'll have to hold, but we can already launch the counterattack from here. And given that all these 8 divisions are now encircled, they have nowhere to go. So any one of them that gets de-orged, and we just need to hold here, any one of them that gets that loses their organization is going to die. Or rather become captive. And that's how we are dealing. Yep, that's just another Japanese invasion, but we've got the line covered here. We are dealing with the French here, and there you see the little helmets popping. That's the division surrendering and volunteering to work in our factories. Let me put it this way. So let's just make sure that that's all going to go away. And then we can put everybody back into their positions. But yeah, if the French can pull off a surprise attack, and I'm not paying attention, then this gets very dicey very quickly. And if the Americans decide to land like 25 divisions in 2 places simultaneously at the same time, then yeah, we're burning. So okay, that should be the rest of them. There they go. Yep, there they go. Okay, so let's get everybody back to their positions. You need to be here. Please, railway. You, I need to... you can actually stay there, to be honest. And then you return... Do we have this covered now? Or have I missed anybody? This Leningrad's covered. This one I've left uncovered. Yeah, that we can't. So you can already railroad back there. And you can, after that, get into that, because that's where they're normally landing as well. Okay, so what else has happened? We have sunk what's that, Mexico? We've sent a Mexican convoy. Okay, I'll take it. And as long as we're not losing our submarines, I'm all for it. This one can start exercising the Lenuk, and we've got three submarines operating in the area. Now they are at this point sending convoys as well. So we're at 95% efficiency. Let's maybe remove that and just focus on 100% efficiency until we get a couple more submarines. And yeah, it's the American destroyers that are chasing us. Okay, it still tells me that there's a naval invasion in Finland, but I think that's just because we haven't cleared that yet. Okay. Meanwhile, incessant assaults from Polish and Greek troops along the front lines, usually Poles and Greeks. How many troops have the French lost in that little engagement? Let's see. Where was that? Where was that French naval invasion? It wasn't this one. It would have been somewhere where we have been on the attack. About 80,000. This is actually a really good way of reducing their firepower. But the problem is, if I'm not really careful, and so while I was busy with the French here, if the Americans had assaulted in force as well, this might have gone a little different. So yeah, it's generally a good idea, a good way to reduce their firepower. And these are ready. So these are gonna go First Army, and they are going to get a front line here, 3 divisions, and your objective is to cut that railway line. So get into position. Get your organization back. We're doing a given how look at this. They are just they're breaking through everywhere. Given how desperate we are, I'm gonna go with a staff office plan. Just to get a rapid get the planning bonus up rapidly. I have an operative sitting here building an intel network for what it's worth, but time's of the essence. They're forcing our hand, and I hope it's enough to break through these defenders. I think the French are gone. It's just some Czech divisions, some Polish divisions that are slightly under strength, I think, and the French have moved off the line. So the French were my biggest concern, because these are quite powerful divisions. So let's get them into place. Let's get the planning bonus up as quickly as we can, and then we will launch the attack. Obviously under red air, because this is Belarus. They've got all the fighters. They don't have any bombers in the air though, which is good. The bombers are all busy here at times, trying to shoot things down. But if you look at the losses that they've taken, it's quite gross. So they've sort of given up on that a little, which means I should actually I have a fair amount of trains, honestly. Nah, I'll keep building up stockpile. I don't trust this. But let's get these divisions under Jackson into get their planning. Let's get their planning bonus built up to 60% if we can. With the staff office plan, it shouldn't take too long. And because they've broken through. They've broken through the Soviet defenses here, and it was just a matter of time. I'm surprised the Soviets have held as long as they have, but yeah. We'll see if this helps. I can't obviously foresee that, but I'll get back to you once the planning bonus is there, and then we'll will launch a desperate attempt at trying to break their lines here. This is plains, yeah, this is plains, so it shouldn't be too hard. We have a bit of an opportunity because I think one of the Polish divisions has just launched an attack, so we could, but we're not yet at full organization and we're not yet fully planned. So I think I'm gonna go up and make sure that we're fully planned rather than launching just yet. But we do have an opportunity here for a counterattack. I don't know how. For sure, they're not going to get entrenched. I'm not sure how well defended these guys are, but we'll find out in a minute once the staff office plan has expired. And I think we're almost at 42 org, and we are not yet fully planned. But I want these at full strength if possible to launch the attack. So you see this amount of Yugoslavian divisions, not Czech divisions over here. That's crazy. Definitely need to start whittling them. Oh, we have another naval invasion. The Dutch are back. Oh, I haven't seen the Dutch in a while. Three invasions, 3 combat, triple combat. Yeah, this is fine. Haven't seen the Dutch in a while. Orc, can we get the orc up to 42, please? And then we are, staff office plan has expired. And planning is at 56%. This is as good as it's gonna get. We are gonna launch the assault. So let's see how that's gonna look. This should be a 90 combat width. And we can't expand it because we can't attack from any more positions. So let's see what that's gonna look like. Yeah, they are very well entrenched. There's that Polish divisions, that one Polish division. And I think the soft attack that we've got here, we are very slightly exceeding with 93. It's not much, but they've got 100% piercing on us. Yeah, because that one tank division is going to make a difference. But we will see, and now they're counter-attacking, which means we're in multiple combat. So stop the assault and wait for the counter-attack to expire before we launch that again. That's the Polish divisions trying to do relief attacks onto our flanks. I was hoping that the infantry divisions here could deal with that and launch the attack again, and see if we can push them out of here. But I think they are relatively well defended there. So cracking that nut is going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder than. And again, we're in multiple combat, aren't we? No, the infantry is holding. The weather isn't helping, and our tactical damage is not great. The tactics chosen isn't great either. We'll give it a try, but I think this is. I think we're not going to be able to push them out from there, and we don't really have anything to follow it up with. We got another operative. Ooh, lots of choices here. Who do we have? We can get an Italian-British operative. That might not be nice. He's got, but there are some here which have some. Oh, there's someone with a commando skill. Escape artist. This one looks good. Ethiopian nationality, Syrian and Italian. That doesn't really help us too much, actually. He's a linguist, a demolition expert, and a commando. We could also get a Bulgarian who is an infiltrator and a commando. That's also not bad. We could get some Germans, but I'm kind of tempted with this British-Italian operative here. Although I'm not too happy with the skills. Italian-Ethiopian doesn't help me. Egyptian doesn't help me. You know what? Bulgarian national, infiltrator, and commando. We'll take him. There we go. And he can start. What can we do? We can. Well. We'll start out by building an intel network in the Polish Republic, and we will see what's going down here. Yeah, we might need additional troops to make this break happen. Unfortunately, we don't have any additional troops because while we have a couple of panzer divisions here, they are not yet ready with the self-propelled artillery. Can we scrounge someone from somewhere else? The problem is not really, because I mean, I could pull the marine divisions out from here, but as you've seen, they're occasionally needed around Riga. And what are they looking like template-wise? They are reasonably powerful on the attack, but they don't really have the perseverance there with the breakthrough. And I don't want to start using these divisions, although we can potentially use 2 of them, sacrifice the entrenchment and just keep the assault going, while the attack divisions are recovering some. Let's give it a try and see if we can manage to push them out. So we'll get 2 in as reserves, and they can reinforce once the first division starts falling out, just so we can keep the assault going. And see if we can eventually manage to push them out from here. So that's the first division that has fallen out due to being losing the organization. There's a lot of divisions here. Okay, we are starting to push some of them out, but obviously now again they're counterattacking, which that one division should be able to hold. But I would love this one to be not losing to be recovering organization a little bit more rapidly if possible. So we can get them back into we can get them back into the fray. We should be good in terms of supply here. So let's see what have we managed so far. Okay, we've got them down to 6 divisions, and the problem obviously is now we are losing a little bit of. And they will manage to reinforce along the front lines because we're not in a position to pin anybody. We could leave these guys on defense and throw in the last of the regular infantry divisions. And see if we can make something happen that way. We've currently got 3 divisions in. We could get a 4th in. We've pushed another one out. Alternatively, we send these guys. I'd love to leave one, and I'll leave one here. I don't want to lose Vitebsk. It's not worth the risk. So let's throw this division back into the combat. This one is already recovering, while the 2 infantry divisions are maintaining the assault. This one is actually the armor is helping a little bit here. So from the 2 tank divisions that are in there. So I think we might be able to pull that off. Okay, naval invasion. Okay, see, this is where I need to pay attention. Okay, hang on. Where are they attacking? They are attacking here and here, so they are going to land here. So I'm going to need this division to move there, and I'm already going to send this division here, this one there to reinforce. We do need to pay close attention to this. I don't think they get through. I think we're safe. In that case, I will probably just leave them. I think they're not going to get through. I have my doubts because they're very weak. So we'll just send that division in case they break through in the north, because that's a pain to deal with. And let's get back to our assault here in the south. We are currently got 4 divisions over combat with, obviously, but one of them is about to drop out relatively soon. We do have 1 division here that is regaining a little bit of organization that we can throw back into combat once one of ours is dropping out. But I think they're now down to some relatively weak divisions. It's just the Swiss here that are really holding the line at this point. So we're gonna throw you already. Oh, look at that! All across the front line. It's the Poles. They have realized what's happening. They have realized what's happening, but I don't think they can break our prepared defenses. These attacks are now held without problems. This one is a little questionable though, so it could be. No, there's a lot of French divisions. Yes, I am going to send I am already going to send divisions north, because I don't think these guys are going to hold. Against 8 French divisions, they're not going to hold. So we have a French naval invasion here that we're going to need to deal with, which means I already need to send troops over to help out. And I'm going to railroad this division over as well. And we'll strip the... we'll get the railway gun up north already to help, because we're going to have to counterattack here. Okay, yes, of course, at the time of our victory, the French are causing us grief here. So yeah, they're going to be pushed back here. There's no way we're going to hold that. There's 8 French divisions are going to land here, unless we can railroad these guys in. Come on, there. Oh, no, too late. They've landed. Never mind. Which means we need to reinforce the port, because they're now going to attack from land. And here we're just going to get the divisions to try and contain it while we are waiting for reinforcements to arrive. And I may have to send someone from the south over as well to help dealing with that. How many divisions do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry divisions and 8 French divisions that have landed. That's all the French are going to get, but I think we can contain this. Okay, this should be fine. Let's focus back on the attack in the south for now and see if we... they've reinforced, unfortunately. But they're down to 3 divisions, and I think we can take it. Just have to keep an eye on what the French are doing up there. They are reinforcing the attack here, of course, which means these guys are going to be in trouble, because they are now being assaulted from 2 directions, and it's the land assault that's problematic. So once this one has defended, we'll already move them over. We just can't let them land in a second place. Okay, let's get that going and see if we can. I think we have them. I think we've got them, and I'm just going to get the... I am going to leave one of these divisions here and get 4 divisions to move in and try to entrench and cut the supply line. Okay, so what's this going to start looking like soon here? We've got two divisions reinforcing. This is currently holding, but obviously they're now starting to filter in from the land side. Fortunately, it's across a river, so they're still going to get the debuff. I think we can hold that, and we're pulling in divisions around here for a counterattack. So let's get them ready for a counterattack. We've got 2 divisions now here, so this assault is definitely not happening. That naval landing, and we are here now. Okay, I need to... how does that look supply-wise? It looks okay. I want definitely more than 1 division here, so please stay. Are you gonna stay? Okay, 2 divisions there. The 3 assault divisions... Okay, he's not gonna stay. So we are going to give you a fallback line in Vitebsk, and you a fallback line in Vitebsk. You stay here, and these 3 are just moving into their position. I think I might leave one of the assault divisions here as well, so we've got a balanced... Because Vitebsk is well defended. We can hold Vitebsk with 2, but we are now in possession of the... We're now in possession of the supply route, which means that Moscow is cut off from Allied supply. They still have supply through the port in Rostov, obviously. But the big question is that going to help the Allied effort? Is that going to help the Soviet war effort? Because if Rostov I can't do anything about. But this is all the support I could lend, cutting off the occupied territories around Moscow from the supply connection to Warsaw. So we are going to need fortifications here. One, maybe not a level 10 fort, but level 5 would be good. So let's prioritize that and make that a level 5 fortification that we're going to instantly start constructing. Now, Let's deal with this French madness here. I do need to get an additional division over, so we're gonna fall you back already, just to help holding the port, because we can't let them have the port. And they are currently doing both the naval invasion and the attack across the river. So I already need one division here to fall back to help to hold the port. Okay, the assault has ended. Now leave one division here, please. One stays. Two of them move over and help defending here. I don't have enough for a last stand. We can't lose the port. So hopefully these guys are gonna make it in time. They'll be there in 9 hours. I'm pretty sure they can hold for... Yeah, they can hold for another 9 hours. No, it's just a question, can we reinforce in time? I have some divisions here who can counter it. Okay, they've held. They've held. It's all good. They've held. Box them in on the other side. So you move there, you move there, you move there. And yeah, just keep them boxed in. They're attacking again, and now they're trying to break out. So we'll keep them boxed in, which means I'm already going to move these divisions up north. This division up north, so we can start counter-attacking. We've got 3 divisions here now, holding, and the French have no supply. So this is all moving into place. Yeah, this is all moving into place. These divisions are digging in. And we will see what that does to the war effort in the east here, and if that helps the Soviets in any way. How's China looking? I haven't looked at China in ages. China surprisingly still exists, but not for long anymore. I mean, Chongqing is almost surrounded, and they're pushing into Mongolia as well now. So lots of fun for all the family. We do have to prevent the French from fall back there north. We have to prevent the French from breaking out there. Give me 2 divisions north. And we'll see if these guys can hold. They won't be able to hold for too long. We'll launch a relief attack. I don't have hopes that this is going to actually break them, but I do want to try, and because this is going to take a while. Yeah, they should hold. Okay, I do want to try and relieve them to make sure they don't break out in the north, because then I'm gonna have them across the river, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to retake. So as long as they don't break through there in the north, we should be okay. So we'll try to pin them and at the same time give some relief, but we have to not overdo it, otherwise. Okay. Stop the attack already. Stop the attack already. Have they reinforced? Yes, they've reinforced. Okay, so we've got 2 divisions here. The French can't break out. And that's another, what is that? Another 80,000 French boxed in. So let's make sure that they don't go anywhere. This isn't coming under counterattack. We've got fresh divisions coming in. Yes. Not sure where I need you most at this point. I might send one here, and I might send another one here, just to hold the lines a little better, because we are a little exposed here at the moment. We get you there, get you there. Get you there, because right now we're lucky. Where are these guys? Okay, these guys are already in place. Yeah, there we go. All good. We have sunk something. 3 American convoys. Yep. Anything else? No, we've sunk 3 American convoys. Okay, so let's clean up this French incursion and just let them run into the barricades for now. Okay, we've got 2 divisions over, so start cleaning them up. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's it's 8 divisions, but they're encircled. They're without supply, so they will go down without too much trouble. And we're just gonna need to wait for that to finish. And then I will end the episode for today. Nurska has been wounded. That is very unfortunate. We are still getting more operatives. Yeah, we're still getting one more operative from being spy master. And we are already building up the intel networks here. What I'm thinking of doing, what can we do mission-wise? Operations. Right now we could just do resistance contact, which would allow us to do sabotage of all kinds, and that might not be a terrible thing. So we'll need 2 agents for that and a 40% strength intel network. So we'll make resistance contacts and see what we can get done with the German underground in Poland, of all places. Yeah, history and irony. Another successful British convoy sunk this time. Even if it's just material, it'll help. But obviously, if it's troops, it's much more appreciated. Okay. No. Yes. Okay. They are starting to counterattack. It's just a 1 Polish division here, but we are starting to get the. Yep. They're definitely counterattacking. We are starting to get the fortifications up. I think we've got a level 1 fort at this point. Yeah, level 1 fort. So it's not going to make a huge difference just yet. But yes, they are definitely charging and want that. And they want that back. I am actually wondering, because Smolensk should be no longer connected. I'm wondering why these troops still have supply. They should. These don't, because the Regev part. But if we're lucky, this will help also deorging the. Because Smolensk is no longer connected. I mean, it is connected through Moscow and through Rostov, so maybe they'll just ship it that way. But maybe we'll see some supply draining from the position at some point. That would be quite neat. But for now, we're just digging in, defending. And how is it looking with our French friends up here? Let's throw another division in. A bit of reserve here. And try to weed out these French. Now, these infantry divisions are not particularly great at doing that, because they are they only 9-1 single artillery. But what's what we have, so is what we make do. Just making sure that this is holding and these are entrenching. Yeah, they are building up their entrenchment. Max entrenchment is not going to be great from these guys, but that's why I have 1 infantry division here as well, because these can go all the way up to 80%. And yeah, that just leaves us here. Okay, we can speed that up a little bit. Just have to keep a very close eye on any potential future naval invasions that I need to deal with. But we see them already. We see them already surrendering. They're down to 5, and let's make that 4. Can we get 3? We got 3. Naval invasion Baltic states. Okay, it's a lot of American divisions. That's 8 divisions hitting us. Okay, that I need to keep an eye on. So I think I'll end the episode here. As you can see, we'll be wiping out this French incursion. I may need to reinforce. I'm not gonna leave that undefended, but we will see. I mean, I think they can hold this. I don't think we'll need to reinforce this. Yeah, this looks okay. These are just regular infantry divisions. I think we can hold that. And how many have the French lost? We haven't got the stats yet because we're not yet finished. But yeah, it's going to be another 80,000 French that have gone down. So all in all, we're still holding. We are at 44% in the lowest region when it comes to compliance. And we're almost at 60% in Murmansk, which is going to give us a couple of additional No, actually, Soviet Union is already above 60 on average, but Poland and Soviet Union above 60 on average, which means we're getting a little more troops here. Not an awful lot, but a little more, and we'll get more once we have core states. Until then, that's it for me today, and I will see you next time when we will find out if our little incursion here has managed to assist the Soviet Union in any way whatsoever.